the solute. So we know that in a solution has two parts. One is solute and another one is solvent. Okay, two parts. One is solute, another one is solvent. And we have learned that solute, the one which is in a lesser quantity, and the solvent is one which is in a higher quantity. But this is not true every time. Okay, this is not a universal truth that every time the solute will be in a lesser quantity and solvent will be in the higher quantity. Okay, it is not like this. So just assume, okay, solute which is in a lesser quantity and the solvent which is in a higher quantity. Now the main thing is we have to talk about the solute. Okay, before this, we will talk about the solute. So solute, when we are talking about, it will be of two types. One will be either volatile, okay, volatile, and another one will be non-volatile. Okay, volatile and non-volatile. In non-volatile, there are so many examples. You can take the example of urea. You can take the example of sucrose, which mostly used in your questions that I am giving you. You can take the example of sugar. So these are some of the examples of non-volatile solute. Okay, in volatile solute, I think you know the difference, right? Volatile, which easily evaporates. Okay, just like you have seen in the example, or in case of petrol, if you will put a petrol in your farm, at that time you will feel cold, right? And after some time that petrol used to be vanished. Why? Because this is a volatile component. Okay, but if you will take salt also, you can take here. Salt also you can take. So this is what they are non-volatile, means the place where you will keep this, it will be as it is, it will not evaporate or it will not vanish away. Okay, I think all of you have understood this. So regarding volatile and non-volatile, I hope all of you have understood this. So first of all, we will deal with this volatile solute, okay, and after that we will talk about the non-volatile solute. Okay, regarding non-volatile solute, when we will discuss this one in 2019 they have asked in your embossed syllabus. Okay, so you can see there. So we'll take two cases. Okay, what are the two cases? The cases is the case one. Case one, we will see that when our solvent, okay, as well as solute, okay, both are volatile. Both are okay, both are volatile. Okay, now what we will take? We will take one container. Okay, in this container, suppose we have taken A, component A, okay. Now we will take another, which was component B. Okay, component B. Okay, now when we have taken here component A and component B, this is suppose pure A, okay, and this is pure B. Okay, this is also volatile, this is also volatile, and this is also volatile. Okay, both are volatile. Now the same thing, that will evaporate since and this is, since it is a closed container, as I have already told you, it will exert certain vapor pressure, right, on the surface of this A. Suppose this is the surface of the A, so it will exert certain pressure. The vapor which will form here, it will exert some pressure on the surface of this A. Same case will arise in the case of B. It will exert certain pressure on the surface of the B, right? So since it is this pressure which is exerted here, it is exerted by pure A, right? So it will be denoted by, I am rubbing this one, okay, because this concept is over, right? So it is the pressure which will be exerted here on the surface of this A, it is exerted by pure A, so it is denoted by P naught A. This is what? It is the vapor pressure of pure A. Okay. Now next thing, what we can say, the vapor pressure which will be exerted by this, it will be because of this B, right? So this will be denoted by P naught. It will be denoted by P naught B. This is what? This will be vapor pressure of pure B. Okay? I hope you have understood this. Now, the third case is, what we will do, we will mix these two. Okay? So when we will mix these two, at that time, when we are mixing these two, in this container A will also be there, B will also be there, right? Both A and B will be there, right? When we are mixing this, both A and B will be there, and it will exert some vapor, and in this vapor both vapor of A is also there and B is also there, right? So before mixing, what we have seen, P naught A, which is the vapor pressure of pure A, and here for B is vapor pressure of pure B. But when we have mixed this, now just see, now if we are asked to find out the pressure of A only in this entire container, we will denote this by PA. Okay, and this PA is what? It is what? Partial vapor pressure of A in solution. Okay, partial vapor pressure of A in solution. And if we are talking about the B, vapor pressure of B, so it will be denoted by PB. And this will be what? Partial vapor pressure of B in solution. Okay. Now one more thing which you have to keep in mind, that whatever the pressure when only A was there at that time, whatever the pressure which was what? When only A was present, it was P naught A, right? And in case of B, it was P naught B, right? In case of B, it was P naught B. So always remember that this P naught A will be greater than this PA, and this P naught B will be greater than this PB. Why? I will discuss about this, okay? Just see, here only A was there, right? And in this case only B was there. So whatever the, means what we can say, that whatever the obstruction for this vaporization of this A was only because of this A, मतलब A को रोकने वाला कौन था? सिर्फ A ही था यहाँ पे. इस केस में B को रोकने वाला सिर्फ B ही था. लेकिन इस केस में क्या हो गया? A B दोनों हो गया, मतलब भीड़ भाड़ बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गया. ठीक है. So when the crowd has increased here, it has reduced the vaporization, right? क्योंकि क्राउड बढ़ गया, यहाँ पे वेपर कम बन रहा है. ठीक है. अब अगर वेपर कम बन रहा है यहाँ पे, जब वेपर यहाँ पे कम बनने लगेगा तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि वेपर प्रेशर भी जो बनेगा वो भी कम होगा, ठीक है। सो इसीलिए यहाँ पे ये जो P नॉट ए है वो बड़ा होगा PA से और P नॉट बी जो है वो बड़ा होगा PB से। सो आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस, राइट, दिस केस। नाउ नेक्स्ट केस इज Raoult's law. I think this is enough for today. So in the next class we will discuss about the Raoult's law by keeping in this in mind, okay. You just note it down. If you want, you can note it down this, and regarding after this we will proceed to Raoult's law, okay. So till that, thank you and have a nice day.